working with your child at 10 months, thinking you're on track, okay, you have to be careful with these charts. They miss a lot. You want to know if your child's on track or not, please go by my optimal development. Do my crawling questionnaires. Because even though you think you're crawling, first of all, you're missing a lot of milestones. And you haven't done it all coming from sitting from the back, going into all fours. So you're rolling over, and there's head instabilities, and this is where I'm going to go into the vision part. But you're pushing up and getting in that way, and then the crawl has unstable heads. You haven't crawled and reached, you haven't crawled and reached up, crawled and reached down. And now, yes, you are going into standing, and I get all that, but it's a pull-up to standing. It's not independent with the hips. Now, how does the vision affect the development, all that? It's big, so we don't have the one eye. Okay, fine. You still want to have the movements as both eyes exist. So now here I am, right? Now, if I were to look, now baby, head, eyes will go the same, right? And there's here. There's a midline, but there's also visual midlines. Now, at 10 and a half months to 12 months, the eyes should be separating from the head, meaning that you'll get the eyes going maybe first kind of thing versus the same, and those kind of movements, right? And so that's what you're looking for. Now, when we have one eye that's not involved, imagine, just put a patch over your face. So if I go to look over here, right, my nose should always be looking at the target, right? But if I don't have my one eye and so here, look at what my left eye can see, let's say. If I want to see what my left eye is seeing, I now have to move way over here and to see that same visual field that I could get away with here. And like I said, if you just lightly patch, you'll know if I just go to here, I still have a blind spot. So I've got to twist more. To twist more, I need better balance and better rotation and movement. So you really want to work with that sitting and vision course, that you're getting a lot of those experiences, but you're also feeling how your child can get away with this on this side, but this on this side, or avoiding that side. Delayed visual maturation. Again, without the eye, there's no convergence, there's no depth perception. So that's another thing you want to do. I just did a thing with catching the vision. Now, you don't have to patch. I don't know why my phone is suddenly going yellow. But you can go here where you're doing all of that and catching vision and working with the child. But again, you might see this looking, because again, you're not getting the convergence or the depth perception needed. And then that's a problem there. So you don't want it to be a problem. You need to work with it. As far as her being on track, again, the rolling over was very delayed. I don't think she grabbed her feet to pump. I think she grabbed a foot, but she didn't cross the midline. The independent sitting at 5.5 months, I don't think was there. She sat more like 6 months. She can't come to sitting through her back. She's not going into all fours per se. And then that's where you're seeing the crawl has more of a preventing the fall and all of that sloshiness. I want to calm that down. So if you can be working with, I would start from the grabbing the feet course first, because she's also, when I have depth perception, I have a pubic bone strike, right? And again, that's at 4.5 months. And with the eye coming in, you know, she doesn't have that. And if the eye is working somewhat, giving some visual feedback to the neuro unit, that's where, again, so is she getting static from this side? Is she getting the double vision? What information is she getting from that eye? I get it that there's damage, but if there's damage, it's just like, is she getting a fuzzy TV on the one side versus the other? All of these things need to be worked out with your ophthalmologist of where she's at. Because again, if she's trying to have clarity here, then you might want to patch the eye a little bit a day, so the better eye can be like, oh, so that's what it's like to see, kind of thing, and go back and forth with that, not shutting off the eye. The eye will shut off by about 4.5 to 5, but these are things that you need to work with and what's going on with her on that. I'd like to see the visual report to see if she does need glasses or not, or if it's just that the damage to the eye, and that's why she's got the squint. But the squint in, just pulling that muscle in, will affect, again, can she go to this side, or is she just more almost like going to that side? It will affect her. And that's what you want to work on. But I would like to see her qualities of the milestones go up a couple of notches. And so she's just not winging it the way she is, because the head stability will also affect her vision. But I think a lot of that's because, again, her she's seeing double possibly, and that's where it's off there. And then that also is going to affect the language skills, because if I say this is a ball and you really can't see it, you know what I mean? Is it a circle kind of thing, or is it more of a square? It's where your eyes plays tricks on you, and then the language is delayed. So if you see her too, where she's better at colors, because I can have blurred vision and still have blue or pink, and that's where you'll see where her conversational English will have a problem developing. Sorry, I'm assuming English, but developing, and where you don't necessarily are getting the full picture because she just can't see it.